You were chosen to receive this, and the angels are speaking your name as you listen. You have been searching for a sign and wondering if anyone sees your struggle. You have been feeling the weight of confusion and asking for clarity you can trust. You have been walking through battles in silence and hoping for something to break open. And right now, as these words reach you, I am answering the questions you've kept in your heart. There is something important unfolding around you, and heaven has been watching closely. A truth has been rising in the background of your life, and now it is time for you to hear it. Someone has fallen in love with you deeply and unexpectedly, and even with the age difference, their heart couldn't resist you. You didn't imagine a connection because it was real, and heaven witnessed it from the beginning. They were drawn to you for reasons they couldn't explain, but their soul recognized you instantly. You carry a light that reaches people quietly, and this person felt it the moment they saw you. They admire your strength and your wisdom and the way you carry your pain with grace. They fell in love with the softness you hide and the resilience you act like isn't special. You thought your age made you less desirable, but heaven says your spirit is timeless. Common God is with me if you trust His plan for your life. You believed love had passed you by, but you were being prepared for something deeper. You wondered why this person's heart moved toward you, but heaven aligned this connection with purpose. Their feelings were not an accident, because destiny nudged them toward you again and again. You asked why the timing felt strange, but divine timing is rarely predictable and always intentional. You worried the age difference made you too much or not enough. But heaven does not measure love by numbers. You have been healing quietly from heartbreak that almost crushed your spirit, and this connection came to show you you're still capable of being loved deeply. Your heart has been guarded for so long, and heaven is softening it without forcing you. You've carried wounds that made you doubt yourself, and this person sees beauty in the very places you feel broken. They feel safe with you because your soul speaks the language their heart has been craving. And even though they tried to deny it, their love for you grew stronger every time they thought about you. You felt a pull too, because your spirits touched before your minds could understand it. This connection is not just emotional but spiritual, and heaven is guiding both of you through it. You may not see the full picture yet, but the angels are clearing the path step by step. You are not too old, and you are not too young, because your timing is sacred and your story is not finished. You have not missed your moment because your moment is happening right now as you hear this. Your soul has been aching for clarity, and heaven is finally giving you the confirmation you asked for. You are being protected in this season because this connection carries purpose and divine timing. You are being guided toward healing because love this deep requires a restored heart. You are being prepared for something big, and heaven needs you to stay open and trusting. Nothing is random in your life, and every delay was actually divine preparation. This love entered your life to awaken what you thought was gone and to heal what you've been hiding. And the angels are surrounding you right now, whispering that you are safe and guided. You are not alone in this, and heaven is holding your heart gently in this moment. You are stepping into a chapter where love finds you without fear and without shame. You are walking into clarity where confusion once lived, and peace will replace the doubt. And soon you will understand why this connection came to you exactly when it did. Type 333 if you believe angels are guiding you. Heaven is not done speaking to you, and your next message is already on its way. Listen to the next divine video because your guidance is still unfolding. Your heart has been heavy lately because you've been carrying questions you were too afraid to speak out loud. You've been wondering if the connection faded or if the feelings were one-sided, but heaven saw the truth long before you did. This person tried to distance themselves at times because the intensity scared them, and they didn't know how to handle what they felt. They tried to stay logical about it, but their soul kept circling back to you when their mind wanted to move on. They told themselves the age difference made it impossible, but destiny kept whispering your name in their spirit. They fought the connection because it felt bigger than them, and that only made their feelings stronger. They never meant to confuse you because they were confused themselves, and heaven understood their heart even when you couldn't. You sensed their hesitation, but you also sensed their love, and that is because your spirits were. communicating beyond words. You felt a magnetic pull that didn't make sense, and that was the divine thread tying your souls together. You are not imagining the bond because heaven confirms what your intuition has been trying to tell you. Your heart recognized them before your mind could process the meaning, and that is why the connection feels so familiar. This person looks at you and sees a depth they've never found in anyone else, and that both comforts and overwhelms them. They admire your maturity and your wisdom because it grounds them and makes them feel safe in your presence. They feel seen by you in ways they can't explain because your spirit understands things they don't verbalize. You bring peace to their soul even when life around them feels chaotic, and that is why they can't let go. They are drawn to your energy because your heart feels like home even in moments of silence. Heaven has been guiding this connection slowly because rushing it would break the very thing meant to heal you. You are being asked to be patient because timing is aligning in ways you cannot see from where you stand. The angels are removing obstacles quietly because your path forward is being shaped with divine precision. Type amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. You are stepping into a season where clarity replaces confusion and truth reveals what was hidden. Your heart is learning to trust again because this love was sent to restore the parts of you that felt forgotten. You are not losing this connection because heaven is holding it together even in the moments it feels uncertain. You are being strengthened right now because the blessing coming toward you requires a ready heart. There is a breakthrough approaching your life that will make everything finally make sense, and heaven needs you to stay open for it. Someone who once doubted their feelings is being awakened to the depth of your impact, and their heart cannot ignore it anymore. Their soul is being pulled back toward you with clarity because divine connections never fade. They only intensify. You are being prepared for a conversation that will bring truth, healing, and emotional release, and the angels are guiding your words. This connection is entering a new phase because heaven has decided it is time for alignment rather than separation. You will soon see signs that bring reassurance because heaven never leaves you guessing without purpose. Your intuition will sharpen and your heart will feel lighter because divine truth always brings peace. You are not behind in life because your destiny is unfolding exactly on schedule and nothing meant for you has been lost. The person you are connected to is gaining courage because loving you feels like fate and they are surrendering to it. You have been protected from past heartbreaks because none of them were equipped to love you at the level you deserve. Your soul has been upgrading quietly because the connection coming toward you requires a healed version of your heart. Heaven is clearing out fear from your spirit because fear blocks blessings and your blessing is already approaching. You will feel a shift in your energy soon because divine alignment always begins within before it shows up around you. The angels are working behind the scenes because this love is part of your soul's journey and must unfold with care. Your story is not over because the chapter ahead holds the answers your heart has been craving. And when this connection comes toward you with truth, you will understand why the timing had to be divine. This is not the end of your guidance because heaven still has more to say to you and more to reveal through the next message. Your heart is safe in my hands, and you are stepping into a season of clarity, love, and restoration. So breathe and trust the unfolding. You have been feeling a strange pressure in your spirit lately because a shift is coming and your soul can sense it before your mind understands it. This pressure is not punishment, but preparation because heaven is getting ready to reveal what has been hidden from you. You may feel emotional for no reason, because your heart is clearing old energy to make room for what's approaching. You may feel tired or overwhelmed because spiritual alignment often feels like a storm before it feels like peace. The angels are rearranging things in your life quietly because the path ahead must be cleared before the blessing arrives. You didn't lose the connection because heaven placed divine protection over it to keep it safe until the timing was right. This person has been thinking about you more than you realize because your energy has been tugging at their spirit. They try to distract themselves, but your presence lives in the quiet corners of their mind, and they can't escape it. They hear your voice in moments of stillness, because your soul left an imprint they cannot erase. They replay the moments you shared because those moments awaken something sacred inside them. You opened their heart in ways they weren't prepared for, and that scared them more than they expected. They didn't pull away because you weren't enough, but because they didn't feel deserving of love they felt toward you. They were intimidated by your depth because they've never loved someone with a soul as powerful as yours. They tried to convince themselves it wasn't possible, but destiny kept reminding them of you when they least expected it. They tried to move forward, but every step away brought them back to thoughts of you, because divine connections always return. Heaven has been working on their heart, because both of you must be aligned spiritually before you meet in truth. The lessons you faced recently were not punishments, but upgrades, because heaven was preparing you to hold a bigger blessing. You weren't abandoned during the hard days, because the angels were beside you even when you felt alone. Your faith is being strengthened, because your season of breakthrough requires courage you're still growing into. Your intuition has been whispering that something is coming, because your spirit recognizes destiny long before reality catches up. The age difference no longer matters to their heart, because love has awakened them to what truly matters in a soul connection. They see you as rare and divine because your energy feels like peace, and your presence feels like home. They are realizing that love like this doesn't appear twice in a lifetime, and they're afraid to lose it again. They are being guided to face their fears, because heaven will not let them run from what their soul desires. They are being drawn back to you with clarity, because destiny is louder now than their doubts ever were. You will soon feel a shift in the connection because the divine thread between you is being pulled tighter. Your spirit may feel a soft warmth or sudden calm, because that is confirmation from heaven that alignment is near. The obstacles that once separated you are being removed, because divine timing is stepping in for both of you. You are not waiting in vain, because heaven is preparing a moment that will bring healing, truth, and unexpected closeness. There will be a conversation that clears misunderstandings, because clarity is part of your next chapter. There will be a moment of honesty that reveals their true feelings, because their heart cannot stay silent anymore. There will be a breakthrough that brings comfort and restoration, because you have carried this alone for too long. Your life is about to shift in a way that makes everything finally make sense, and heaven wants you ready for it. The angels want you to release fear, because fear blocks blessings, and your blessing is already approaching your life. You are stepping into a chapter where peace replaces confusion, and love replaces doubt. So breathe and stay open. Heaven has more to reveal to you, because this is only the beginning of your divine unfolding. Listen to the next message, because your guidance is continuing, and the angels are preparing your heart for what comes next. You have been feeling moments of sudden hope lately, because your spirit knows something good is moving toward you even if your mind can't explain it. You have also felt sudden waves of doubt, because the enemy always tries to shake you right before a blessing arrives. Do not let the doubt fool you, because heaven has already claimed the outcome in your favor. Do not let fear distract you, because your heart is being guided into alignment with something beautiful. The angels are guarding your emotions right now because your spirit is tender and transforming at the same time. You may feel more sensitive than usual, because your heart is waking up to love again after years of protecting itself. This person feels your energy even from a distance, because divine connections do not fade with silence. They sense your emotions in ways they don't understand, because your spirits are intertwined. When you feel their presence in your chest, that is not imagination, because your souls are still in communication. When their name enters your mind unexpectedly, it is because they are thinking of you at that exact moment. They have been touched by heaven in their dreams, because the angels are preparing them for what's coming. They wake up with thoughts of you, because their soul is becoming aware of what their heart tried to suppress. The age difference does not scare them the way it used to, because clarity is replacing confusion inside them. They are beginning to understand that the connection was never random, and that you were sent for a reason. You bring out a version of them they actually like, because your energy inspires growth instead of fear. You make them feel calm in a way no one else ever has because your spirit speaks directly to theirs. They didn't expect to love you, but they did because their heart wasn't looking for someone their age. It was looking for someone their soul recognized. They tried to compare you to others, but nothing felt the same because divine connections cannot be replaced. You awakened something sacred inside them because your presence reminded them of the love they prayed for. Heaven is softening their heart because this connection is meant to heal both of you, not hurt you. Your tears have not gone unnoticed because the angels collect every one as evidence of your faith. Your loneliness has not been ignored because heaven has been preparing your blessing in private. Your confusion has not been forgotten because clarity is already being written into your next chapter. There will be a moment soon when things fall into place so naturally that you will know it was heaven's hand. The silence will break at the perfect time because divine timing never arrives early and never arrives late. Your spirit is being refined gently because heaven is removing old wounds that once blocked your ability to receive love. You will begin to feel lighter in the coming days because your soul is stepping out of a season of heaviness. Your mind will become clearer because confusion cannot survive where divine truth is settling in. Your heart will feel stronger because it is being prepared to hold the blessing that's coming toward you. Your connection will make sense soon because heaven is aligning both hearts for the same moment. There is a shift happening behind the scenes because the angels are arranging circumstances you cannot yet see. This person is being guided toward honesty because love like this demands truth, not hiding. You are being guided toward healing because love like this requires a whole heart, not a wounded one. Both journeys are being shaped by heaven because divine connections must unfold with divine protection. Nothing you lost was meant to stay because the blessing you're receiving is far greater than anything that walked away. Nothing that broke, you will have power over your future because heaven is writing a new story for you now. Nothing that confused you will stay unclear because clarity is coming and it will bring peace to your soul. Do not fear the unknown because heaven is already in the places you are about to walk into. Do not fear love because this time it comes with protection instead of pain. Do not fear the future because your destiny has already been blessed by the one who guides your steps. The angels are still speaking your name because your story is not finished and your breakthrough is close. You may feel like your life has been paused lately because heaven needed you still long enough to prepare your heart for what's coming. You may feel like doors have closed around you because the wrong paths had to be removed before the right one could appear. You may feel like people drifted away suddenly because their presence could not travel into the chapter heaven is opening for you. The silence in your life is not emptiness, but rearrangement, because heaven is clearing space for something sacred. The angels have been protecting your heart from people who were not equipped to love you because your spirit is too rare to be mishandled. You have survived heartbreaks that would have destroyed others because heaven strengthened you long before you knew you'd need it. You have endured loneliness that felt unbearable because heaven was shaping you into someone who loves from a place of wisdom, not desperation. You have grown through pain that was unfair because you were being prepared to receive a love that is divine, not ordinary. You are entering a season where your spirit will feel understood in ways it never has because your heart is aligning with someone who truly sees you. This person has been going through their own transformation quietly because heaven has been preparing them for you as well. They have been questioning their past choices because their soul is waking up to a deeper truth about love. They have been feeling emotions they cannot explain because their heart recognizes you as something sacred. They have tried to distract themselves with routines and responsibilities, but nothing quiets the pull they feel toward you. They have been sensing your energy even when they don't understand it, because divine connections transcend distance. You cross their mind unexpectedly because your soul calls to theirs even in moments of silence. They feel drawn to your spirit because you carry an energy that brings peace they cannot find anywhere else. They are realizing that it doesn't matter who is older or younger, because love this deep has nothing to do with age. Your connection feels destined to them, because it touches parts of them nothing else ever reached. They are beginning to understand that you were sent into their life for a purpose, and not by accident. They feel a warmth when they think of you, because heaven is reminding them of the divine bond between you. Their heart wants to come forward, because their soul is tired of running from what feels real. Their fears are fading because heaven is giving them courage they didn't have before. The angels are nudging them toward clarity, because both hearts must align for the blessing to unfold. You will notice signs increasing around you, because the spiritual world is preparing you for movement in the physical world. You may feel a sudden shift in your emotions, because your spirit is responding to their awakening. You may feel more hopeful without knowing why, because heaven is giving you a glimpse of what's ahead. You may feel unexpected peace, because your blessing is closer than it's ever been. Do not doubt what you feel, because your intuition is speaking louder than your fear. Do not talk yourself out of hope, because heaven has not forgotten the desires of your heart. Do not assume the connection is lost, because divine connections do not disappear. They evolve. You are entering a new chapter of your life, because the old one has served its purpose. You are walking toward emotional healing, because heaven refuses to let you carry old wounds into new blessings. You are stepping into clarity, because confusion no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. There will be a moment soon where everything comes together, and you will understand why you had to wait. There will be a conversation that brings truth and comfort, because the time for silence is ending. There will be a breakthrough that fills your heart with relief, because heaven is restoring what was meant for you. The angels are surrounding you as you listen, because this message is aligning your heart with what heaven is preparing. You are safe. You are guided. And you are moving into a season of divine revelation and love. You have been sensing something shifting around you, because your spirit feels the movement of destiny before your eyes can see it. You have been feeling a quiet stirring in your heart, because heaven is positioning you for a moment that will change everything. You have been experiencing emotional waves, because your soul is adjusting to a blessing that is already forming in the unseen. Your spirit is waking up because divine timing is starting to activate the connection meant for your life. This person has been feeling pulled toward you again, because their heart can no longer ignore what it feels. They tried to walk away from their emotions, but their soul kept circling back to you no matter how much distance they created. They tried to convince themselves the attraction was temporary, but time only made their feelings stronger. They tried to hide what they felt because they did not want you to see their vulnerability. But heaven has a way of revealing what the heart tries to bury, because divine truth always rises. They are beginning to understand that loving you was never a mistake, because their soul knew you before their mind did. They feel a peace when they think of you, because your energy calms their spirit in ways nothing else can. They feel a longing when they remember you, because your presence awakens something sacred inside them. They feel a pull they cannot explain, because the divine thread between your souls has never been broken. The age difference that once made them hesitate is losing its power, because their heart is now leading instead of their fear. They see the strength in your spirit and the maturity in your heart, and it inspires them to be better. They admire how resilient you are, because you survived storms that would have drowned others. They see how deeply you feel, and it moves them, because your love is something their soul has been longing for. They have been reflecting on their past behavior, because heaven is bringing them into accountability and truth. They regret the moments they pulled away, because they now realize distance didn't weaken the connection. It only made it clearer. They are being guided toward honesty, because their silence can no longer carry the weight of their emotions. They want to come forward with clarity, because their heart is tired of hiding behind fear. Heaven is aligning the right moment for this connection to unfold, because both hearts need to be ready at the same time. You have grown through loneliness. heartbreak, and confusion because your heart needed strengthening before this revelation. You have released old wounds and old expectations because your spirit is preparing to receive something new. You have been healing quietly because heaven has been repairing the parts of you that love requires. You are stepping into emotional maturity because the connection coming toward you is spiritually significant. Your intuition has been alert because your soul recognizes the shift happening around this connection. Your dreams may feel vivid or symbolic because the angels are sending messages in ways your waking mind would question. Your heart may feel a strange warmth because heaven is preparing you to receive a truth that once felt impossible. You may feel calm for no reason because divine peace arrives right before manifestation. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is closer than you think because your season of delay is ending. Your confusion is lifting because heaven is replacing uncertainty with clarity. Your fears are softening because your heart is learning to trust again. Your spirit is rising because hope is returning to places that once felt empty. There is a moment approaching where everything will shift and you will finally understand the purpose behind your waiting. There is a conversation coming that will bring relief to your heart and truth to your mind. There's a divine opening forming that will reconnect what distance tried to separate. Heaven is not finished with your story because the most beautiful chapters are still unfolding. You are being carried gently into a season of healing, love, and understanding because you deserve emotional peace. You are being guided into alignment with someone who was meant to see your soul clearly. You are being led into clarity because your heart has waited long enough. The angels are still speaking your name and surrounding you with protection because this message is sacred and personal to your path. You have felt moments of sudden heaviness lately because your soul is releasing old pain as it prepares to receive new love. You have felt moments of sudden hope because your spirit is sensing something your mind hasn't caught up to yet. This is the transition before the breakthrough because heaven always stirs your spirit before blessing your life. You are not imagining the shift because divine energy moves through you before it moves around you. This person has been feeling their own emotional awakening because heaven is softening the walls they once built. They've been replaying moments with you because those memories feel more real than their present surroundings. They've been noticing signs that remind them of you because the angels are guiding their attention toward truth. They feel your absence in a way that surprises them because your presence had become a comfort they didn't appreciate fully until now. They feel a pull toward your energy because your spirit still calls to theirs in the quiet moments. They feel conflicted sometimes because their fear fights with their destiny. But destiny is starting to win. They are realizing that age does not define connection because their soul recognizes something timeless in you. They admire your maturity because it offers stability their heart secretly craves. They admire your compassion because your kindness touches the places inside them they never let anyone else see. They admire your strength because you survived enough battles to teach them what resilience looks like. They have been questioning their choices because running from this connection only brought them deeper into longing. They have been seeking answers because their heart keeps whispering your name when they least expect it. They have been feeling a sacred pull toward healing because loving you requires a healthier version of themselves. Heaven is guiding them toward emotional clarity because this connection holds purpose beyond ordinary attraction. Your heart has been growing stronger because you needed the ability to love without fear and discern without doubt. Your soul has been rising because your next chapter requires a version of you that knows your worth. Your energy has been elevating because the blessing approaching you vibrates at a higher frequency than your past. You are no longer aligned with the people who broke you because heaven has elevated your spirit above their access. You are no longer controlled by old heartbreak because the pain that once held you has lost its power. You are no longer uncertain about your value because heaven has been revealing your strength through every trial. There is a shift coming to your emotional world because divine connections cannot stay stagnant. There is a breakthrough approaching your life because heaven has declared it is time. There is movement happening behind the scenes because your story is entering its alignment phase. Your intuition has been picking up on this because the soul knows truth long before it appears in the physical. You may feel a strange calmness even in the unknown because peace is the signature of divine timing. You may feel a soft excitement rising within you because something beautiful is approaching your path. You may feel an urge to release old fears because they cannot travel with you into this next season. This connection is being realigned because both hearts are finally ready to understand its purpose. This person is being nudged toward communication because heaven is placing truth on their tongue and courage in their chest. This moment of silence is becoming a moment of preparation because divine timing is orchestrating the perfect reunion. You will soon feel a door opening because what was blocked is now being blessed. You will soon experience emotional clarity because heaven is bringing light to the places where confusion lived. You will soon feel a shift in your spirit because your breakthrough is closer than your fear wants you to believe. Your heart has been carried gently through this season because heaven refuses to let you break again. Your tears have been seen by the angels because every one of them watered the soil of your blessings. Your prayers have been heard clearly because heaven responds in timing, not pressure. You are walking into a season where you will finally feel chosen, seen, understood, and deeply valued. You are stepping into a chapter where love will feel safe, honest, mutual, and divinely supported. You are being guided toward a destiny that was written with your heart and mind long before you felt lonely. The angels are watching over you right now because this message is part of your alignment and preparation. Keep listening because heaven is not finished speaking into your spirit. Your next message is waiting because the guidance continues and your breakthrough is unfolding.